Hello, it's Grandma Ray. You know I love children, I love books, and I love reading books to children. That's why in this video, I am recommending and reading Stanley. So the story and pictures are by Syd Hoff. Here we go. A long time ago, there were no houses and people lived in caves. Looky there. They're living in a cave. Stanley lived in a cave, but he did not like it. The cave was cold, so Stanley was cold. Looky there, he's freezing. He's shivering because it's too cold. His head hurt because he had to sleep with it on a rock. Bats flew around as though they owned the place. Oh, there are the bats. I don't like bats. Why can't we find a better way to live? Asked Stanley. This is good enough for us, said the other cavemen. Why isn't it good enough for you? There are his caveman friends. The cavemen carried clubs. They were very tough. Stanley was tough too. Looky there are their clubs. Kind of look scary, don't they? But he liked to plant seeds in the ground and watch them grow. He liked to paint pictures. Oh, look, he's painting a picture there. Do you like to paint pictures? He liked to be nice to people. He was kind to animals. Looky there, he's petting that dinosaur. The other caveman did not want Stanley to act this way. Can't you act more like a caveman? They asked. Stanley did not answer. He went on planting seeds and painting pictures. Looky there. He's painting more pictures. He went on being kind to animals and nice to people. He even started saying things like please and thank you and lovely day today, isn't it? There he is. See, he's being nice to everybody. This made the other cavemen very angry. You can't live here, they said. Beat it. They threw rocks at Stanley and chased him away. Oh, poor Stanley, looky there. They're throwing rocks at him. We're sorry you lost your cave, said the animals. I don't care, said Stanley. It was cold anyway. He looked for a place to live. You can't live in a nest, said the birds. Yeah, he's a little too big for that nest, isn't he? You can't live in the water, said the fish. You can't live in the ground, said a worm. Yep, neither of those would work for Stanley, would they? Maybe I can live in a tree, said Stanley. Not while I'm up here, said an ape. Oh, look, that ape's living in that tree. He doesn't want Stanley to live with him. Maybe I can live in space, said Stanley. He jumped off a rock. Ouch, said Stanley. I can't live in space. He fell down, didn't he? Yeah, we can't live in this space in the air. Stanley saw a field. Does anyone mind if I live here? He asked. I don't mind if you don't snore, said an animal who was going to sleep. Well, you know, it keeps you up when somebody snores. I don't mind if you don't eat too much grass, said an animal who was eating. I don't mind if you don't take up too much room, said a very big animal. Oh, that is a really big animal. Stanley made himself at home. This is not bad, he said. But suddenly the wind blew and Stanley was cold. The rain fell and he was wet. This is worse than the cave, said Stanley. He made walls to keep out the wind. He made a roof to keep out the rain. Looky there. He made a door, windows, and chimney. He made a house. That's the first house I ever saw, said a field mouse. first one I ever made, said Stanley. Won't you stay here and live with me? I can't. I belong in the field. But I will come and visit you from time to time, said the field mouse. There's the field mouse running off to the field to stay. Stanley painted pictures. He planted seeds in the ground and watched them grow. Do you like to plant seeds in the ground? It's kind of fun to watch what comes up. He loved his house, but he was lonesome. I wonder how my friends are, he said. The cavemen were out hunting for animals. They carried their clubs, but they still look scary, don't they? They're out hunting for some food. Look who's after us with their silly clubs, said the animals. Let's chase them out of here. They chased the cavemen. Stanley saw the cavemen running. Oh, they're running away. I'd run too. Don't be afraid, he said. I won't let them hurt you. He made the animals go away. See, he was friendly with the animals, so they knew him. So he talked to them. You saved us, Stanley, said the cavemen. Thank you. Come back and live in our cave, said one caveman. Ooh, do you think Stanley's going to want to do that? Would you go back to living in the cave? Caves are old-fashioned, said Stanley. Come and see where I live. He showed them his house. Oh, the house looks more comfy, doesn't it? A cave is for bears. A house is for people, said Stanley. You're right, Stanley, said the caveman. This is the way we want to live. Oh, they're being friendly with Stanley now. That's good. They all made houses. Stanley showed them how to paint pictures and plant seeds. Oh, look, they've made a little town. That's a good thing. He showed them how to be nice to each other and kind to animals, and everybody was happy. Well, that's a happy end to that story. If your grown-ups want to know more about this book, they'll find all of the information in the show notes. I hope you'll watch again. Bye-bye.